Well, District 5-5A is finally up on us, and it gets here quick. Thursday night, Rider plays host to Saginaw. Saginaw's a kind of a developing team.
Yeah.
It should be improved from last year, and they've been kind of winning with defense and timely plays and special teams.
3-0 special teams. They've blocked 3 punts the last 2 weeks, or the last 2 games, I should say.
I told Bindle the way to get around that is don't punt.
Yeah, right.
Which I'm sure he'd be happy to not do if they can move the ball.
I think if they're not punting Thursday night, they're probably winning. But yeah, no, Saginaw should be a good test for them early. I think Saginaw is much improved, and it's Saginaw's improvement that makes that district that much tougher than it was even a year ago.
And then Friday night, Wichita High goes on the road to play Brewer, which may be bad going on the road, but Brewer stunned them here last year. I covered that game. Brewer had a good running game, explosive athletes, and
they got one of those
to the Coyotes.
Yeah.
And so, and a couple years ago when the Coyotes kind of jumped in on the scene and surprised a lot of people, they were going on the road and winning games, surprising some people. So do they have the wherewithal to do that?
I think they do. Now, one thing we are going to see from Old High, we've seen 2 quarterbacks rotating in that position. There's going to be a third added to that mix as well. Yeah, why not? But yeah, Jonathan Campbell was a starter at the beginning of the year. He gave way a little bit to Cornelius Phillips. They've kind of been back and forth. Phillips been playing a little bit more than Campbell, though. But now Marshery Johnson is going to be stepping into this quarterback battle. I don't know if it's a battle or they just like what all 3 can get.
It's a timeshare more than a battle.
It's more of a timeshare.
Really.
He's a sophomore. Russell says he's the fastest kid on the team, so maybe he can get him.
The thing is, and Old High doesn't have a lot of depth, but they played Tascosa. Tascosa used like three guys at every backfield position, including quarterback, and it worked for them.
What Russell told me about the Tascosa game is Tascosa used 36 guys on offense during that game. Old High had 38 on the roster. And so that tells you something about what they've been playing. They're going to play teams like a little closer, I think, Saginaw and
I was having to add columns on the score
Brewer,
sheet. I'm not prepared for 12 guys carrying the ball.
The rest of these district teams are probably going to be, better, a little more depth, have better numbers than Old High. That's just something that Old High is going to have to deal with as long as they're staying at the 5A level.
This district was a big surprise last year by the depth. Is it even more depth this year? It kind of looks like. I mean, that's kind of crazy to think about that because of last year. But
with Chisholm Trail, with Saginaw stepping up, I think that adds a lot more depth. I mean, Brewer and Azle and Boswell and Denton are all right there too. The question is, can Old High make this a complete top-to-bottom league where you could lose any time?
Yeah, I'll be surprised if there's an undefeated team.
No, I would
think
too.
Rider maybe could do it, and I don't see a whole lot of people that could run off, a win every week. 7 of them.
Yeah. I think Rider does have the best chance to do it. I think they have the most weapons on offense.
6-1 is probably the most likely outcome for whoever wins this thing.
It's tough. I mean, Rider's got to go to Denton and win, and I think that's a really tough game too. So
in our next segment, we'll look at Class 4A and below.